Is there a new king of foam? Let's talk about the Honolulu Pickleball Company J2NF paddle. Now, before going too far, I wanted to say that this paddle is stated as the J2NFL on the paddle face of my unit, but all of the units will be called just the J2NF. Now, these J2NF paddles are 100% foam. They also have an edge perimeter foam that notches into the core, similar to how you would see a puzzle piece notch into another puzzle piece. Now, this is designed that way for a purpose: to eliminate the break-in period and the breakdown period that we've seen with traditional Gen 3 construction. Now, I can say with the 15 to 20 plus hours that I've put on this J2NF, I've had no changes in the paddle itself that are really drastic, and the owner has also said that in the 3 to 4 months that they've used their prototypes, they've had zero issues with core crushing, delam, or any other durability issues. Now, that doesn't mean that these paddles are going to be completely immune to that, but it is a good sign and indicative of better durability compared to other Gen 3 constructions. What is also unique about these J2NFs is this is the first fully foam core that integrates different construction methods rather than voids or just a full slab of foam. This J2NF paddle also features a carbon fiber, fiberglass carbon fiber face layup. So how do these paddles play? In terms of power, they sit just under top tier, very similar to the power levels of the Yola Pro 4 paddles, more powerful than paddles coming out like the Holbrook Arma, as well as the 11.624 Power Series. In terms of pop, these are also going to be very much on the higher end of pop. I would put them just above the 11.624 Power Series, but under the Yola Pro 4 paddles. In terms of firepower, these are going to be some of the best paddles on the market. It's not just the ability to produce power and pop, but they also have an incredible balance of stability and forgiveness. Now, in terms of control, you will notice that these paddles are much easier to dial in compared to paddles like the Yola Pro 4s, the Gearbox Pro Ultimates, and other Gen 3 paddles. In terms of spin, this is also one of the most high-performing paddles. The grit on these paddles is very rough, and it does produce quite a bit of spin with the combination of this great grit as well as the dwell time that this paddle offers. I would say that these paddles are top tier in spin generation, potentially better than the carbon true foam paddles. However, I do not do RPM testing, so just take that with a grain of salt. Another area that this paddle shines in is its stability and forgiveness. This paddle shape, as you've seen with all J2 paddles in the past, is a very stable and forgiving shape. It also has one of the largest sweet spots of any hybrid shaped paddle on the market, consistent with a lot of standard shape and wide body paddles with overall sweet spot size. So how does this paddle compare to the carbon true foam? Well, it gets more power and pop, has equivalent spin, potentially better, and is very stable and forgiving, more so than all the other shapes with the carbon true foam. Pairing this all with a better price at $195 before discount code PURSUIT10 makes this easily, in my opinion, the best 100% foam core that is available on the market. Now, I've said a lot of amazing things about this paddle. However, there's one thing that I do not like about this paddle, but will absolutely get over because it does perform so well, and that is this paddle's handle and neck taper. The handle quality is perfectly fine, but the neck taper is quite wide, which doesn't allow for you to have as much room perceived as you would with other similar shaped paddles, as well as similar handle lengths. Now, this isn't a deal breaker for me, but for some it could be. I said on my last podcast that as soon as this paddle becomes approved by USAP, I will absolutely main it, and that is absolutely the case. This is one of the best, if not the best paddle currently on the market, in my personal opinion, and I do think that this is a humongous step up on both performance as well as durability compared to all previous J2 paddles. I do think this is one of the few paddles that I could recommend from 3.0 all the way to 5.0. It has a great amount of firepower, is fairly easy to control, and comes in at a very competitive price that we haven't seen from any other foam paddles on the market. These paddles are currently on pre-order right now and are $175 after code Pursuit10. Expect these paddles to ship by the end of June. The NFK and the NFT paddles will be released at a later date. If you'd like to enter for a chance to win one of these J2NF paddles, all that you have to do is like and comment on this video, subscribe to Pickleball Pursuit, and fill out the Google form listed in the description below. The winner will be selected June 30th and will be contacted directly via email. It's crazy to say, but foam is officially here, and the J2NF paddles are evidence that foam is going to take over the market. An incredible performing paddle that is also at a very affordable and competitive price makes this, in my opinion, one of the highest recommendations I can currently give on the market. Hope you enjoyed this review. Until the next one, I'm Lewis with Pickleball Pursuit, and I'll see you guys soon.